Hello, Senior Stoner fan. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your DabX and Magic Flight Orbiter Dab of the Day. Hope you're having a great day, everybody, and thank you for joining me. As always, if you enjoyed today's topic, please join the Senior Stoner family, send a like our way, and we always respond to the comments. Let's get started with today's topic. Many of us have mirrors at home. Many of us spend a lot of time in front of those mirrors. Why? Because we're struggling. That's right. We are struggling to be confident in our daily lives. And part of confidence to us, to many people, is self-appearance. But we've got to find a way to not obsess about it. Many of us do. Many of us obsess over our appearance. So let's discuss ways we can help ourselves not do that anymore. We have to realize the word perfect is a myth and doesn't exist, because the goal of magazines and TV shows and advertising has been to show us an image of perfection, the ideal that we need to attain. Anybody needs to attain to be happy. And being happy, well, you know what? You gotta have a certain amount of money, because perfect is a myth. It is. Think about the person who hasn't made a mistake. Wow, that's even more amazing. They don't exist. All of us have made mistakes, wanted things to be better, because no one's ever perfect. And if you could reach your idea of perfect, you know what? That feeling would wear off as soon as your standards were raised by the same standard that got you to perfect. So people get stuck in what's called the cycle and lose perspective, I think, about what is truly important in life. Well, no one in the world has the perfect life, no matter how they look or behave. And all the other stuff, they're just trying to sell you things. And everything's been photoshopped, so it really doesn't matter what you see, even if it's live. And once you realize maybe that the perfect doesn't exist, the images scale down to, well, what you think you should look like to find contentment. Well, guess what happens? You learn to let go of that relentless pressure you put on yourself to look better. Feeling good about how you look isn't a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. Neither is to wanting to improve stuff about ourselves. The mirror is just an example of how we can focus on a better, but focus too hard on something and really kind of get off and make it uncomfortable in a bad situation. Okay? How about are you feeling better physically? Forget how I look. Or how about am I feeling better emotionally? How about am I feeling kinder to other people? How about am I more present in the relationships that I have with people I love? So maybe we need to focus on what we want to be perfect in life, different than just what's in the mirror. So it starts, and I think it ends with stop comparing yourself to others. Think about who we are. Because for many of us, friends and family have had an important role on shaping our interests, the things we enjoy, and even more. So now, the truth of the matter is, what we want to do is understand these things are not all bad. Relationships, friendships, social media can be great. But when you start to get overwhelmed by the different intimidating things that you see, how can you heal your mind, your body, or your spirit? And you know what? That's what you got to figure out a way to be perfect on. Mind, body, and spirit. Because what's in the mirror, it matters, but you got to treat yourself like the friend would treat you. Your friend would treat you like a friend, no matter what was in the mirror, if they were your friend. So be your own friend. Think of the closest people you have in your life. The chances are they got body imperfections just like you do, okay? So focus on our strengths, not our weaknesses. Maybe be a little bit more patient with ourselves and understand that the inner beauty and the appreciation is what makes us unique. And we're not pretending we're someone else anymore, or even like someone else. And you know what? You got to stop that negative thinking about ourselves. shift to a nicer, kinder view and acknowledge there's good and there's beauty around us. But what's in the mirror is beautiful too. We need to learn to stop hating you, okay, or disliking you in any way, and surround ourselves as best we can with wonderful, accepting people of one another and everyone's flaws, because that's what makes the world go round. They complement. This is a handshake. They call it a handshake for a reason. It fits. So now, nothing's changed. We're the same people we were before this discussion. But one thing is certain. One, we now know that when we look in the mirror, we look wonderful. How's that? Because it's all about how you think, not about how you look. And it's a lot of really complicated things that make it that way. But the simple way to say it is, don't judge a book by its cover, literally. This is the Real Senior Stoner. Thanks for joining me today. Talk about how we need to not obsess over our looks. Cheers, everybody. Have a great day. That thing hits so good. It's unbelievable. Cheers.